What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets Radio. Hope everybody's doing well. Thank you for everybody that's joining us on the streams. I know the holiday season gets very busy, so we appreciate you taking the time to join us and leave us feedback and comments. Jets, Eagles, MetLife Stadium. Should be an interesting environment. I'm sure a lot of Eagle fans will be in attendance. The Eagles are coming off a disappointing loss, but they're still in the playoff hunt. Jets are coming off an encouraging win, so you want to see them try to stack performances together. The crowd, I think, is going to be pretty crazy. It'd be probably a wild tailgate, too. But for the Jets, they got to start off strong on both sides of the ball. They cannot come out flat, especially on offense. So the injury report for this game is playing a huge role. As of now, if you look at the Eagles' offense, Jalen Hurts, will he or will he not play? An extremely athletic quarterback. Struggles with some accuracy, but he can make all the throws, and he's a very interesting player to watch. But the Eagles' offense is all about their offensive line and the rushing attack. Now, I know they have a couple guys out. I think Jordan Howard's out. Boston Scott has a sickness, so you're not sure if they're going to play. But they have Miles Sanders. They have Kenneth Gainwell. They have guys that can run the ball, and that's going to be their mantra. And I think the biggest test for the Jets defense is to be just as physical as the Eagles' offensive line, try to control the line of scrimmage, and try to stop the run. This has been the rallying cry for the Jets is, they got their doors blown off against the Colts, which have a similar offense to the Eagles. And now this is their chance to say, you know what, we've learned from it. We're better than that. And now they're going to try to stop, an absolute ground and pound offense. Can the Jets front line do it? I'm not sure. Sheldon Rankins is out. Fatukasi is also questionable. John Franklin Myers is a little bit banged up. So this is going to be on Quinnen Williams, Kyle Phillips, Nathan Shepard, all these guys to set the edge and try to stop the Eagles running game. Other than that, they have two other players that are quite interesting. You have Dallas Goedert, a tight end that the Jets usually don't defend tight ends very well. You have Devontae Smith on the outside, who's just a very, very explosive player. So the Jets are going to have their hands full. If they can't stop the run, obviously the passing game opens up. And even if Jalen Hurts can't play and Gardner Minshew can play, he's also kind of mobile. He can make creative things happen. So I think the Jets defense is going to have their hands full, to be honest with you. I think it's the matchup, if we're going to be completely transparent, if you look at Eagles line against the Jets line, I think it's favor Eagles. And it's up to Saleh and Ulbrich to figure out ways to slow them down. On offense, it's kind of the same thing where the Eagles' defensive front is very strong. They have 4 or 5 guys that can get after the quarterback. You have Fletcher Cox, Hargrave, Josh Sweat, Kerrigan, Derek Barnett. They have guys that can get after it. So it's a matter of, can the Jets' offensive line, they benched Greg Van Roten. You have LDT there. Can they be consistent enough to slow down the Eagles' front to give Zach Wilson a chance to throw the football? I think the Jets will struggle to run the football, which is going to be a problem. And now it's a matter of how do they offset that? Michael Carter is going to be out, but can they get the ball to, Elijah Moore and Crowder and Berrios in the quick passing game? Can Zach Wilson actually complete the quick passing game? Just take the easy passes in front of him. It seems like the Eagles try to take away the deep ball, and they try to get after the quarterback. So there's stuff, the intermediate game will be there, and that's where Wilson, for the most part, has struggled. So I think Corey Davis is still questionable. But if right now, I don't like the matchups in the trenches on either side of the ball. I just don't. And it's just based on past performances. Like the Jets defense at times is just getting blown off the ball. The opposing offense runs right up the middle. And the Jets offense, while the offensive line has played a little bit better, there's too many, just inconsistent. Too many times that defenders are getting in clean, big shots on the quarterback. And now it's a matter of how does Zach Wilson handle that? How does LaFleur handle that? And it's interesting. Interesting to see how all this plays out. The Eagles are a 7-point favorite. I think that's justified, even though they're the away team. Just based on all the inconsistencies of the Jets, just based on how erratic the quarterback has been. And this is a big game for him. I mean, he has got to try to put together, more than a quarter of good football. He's got to put together 60 minutes. But if he can get, starting off with the first quarter is a big step for him. Like right now, the biggest topic among Jet Nation is, either half the fan base is calling Zach Wilson a bust, or the other half is saying he's rookie, trust the process, and it's, rust. But the fact of the matter is, fundamental basic football, he's got to play much better. He's got to play much better in the first quarter when the plays are scripted. Take what's in front of you, make all your reads, don't play hero football. And then if you start to get rushed out of the pocket, trust your eyes, trust your arm, and make the throws. And then we'll see what happens. So based on, the unknown of Zach and where the Eagles are just in terms of talent, obviously they have a first-time head coach in Sirianni, but I think the talent and where the matchups are the most are on the lines, and that favors Philadelphia. So I think the Jets are going to lose by 10 points. And I hate saying it. I know a lot of people say that I'm just always negative, but I can't watch what I think is, going to happen and say, you know what? Jets are going to win by 14. And for the record, I predicted them to win last week too. So case for all the angry haters out there. So I say the Eagles win by 10 or maybe even more. It could be like 28, 27-17, 28-18, or it could be even more. It could be 28-13. But I think it could be a tough day. I'm curious to see how the crowd handles it if the Jets do get down early and the offense struggles, and we'll see where we go from there. So we'll be streaming the game. We're not going to the game, unfortunately. We'll be streaming it. So tune in at 1 o'clock, and we'll talk to you then.